Right now, ladies and gentlemen, gather around your radios because it's time for another edition of
Global Oddities.
Those weird, strange, goofy, crazy, silly stories in the news. Ripped right from today's headlines in the far back pages, and here we go.
Alrighty then. We got a driving sheepdog. At least he was in the car. We can't tell whether he was driving or not. Don the sheepdog might want to learn a new trick like how to apply the brakes. The border collie inspired a traffic scare and a lot of social media buzz after he plunged down a hill and onto a highway in his master's vehicle in England. Actually, in Scotland, excuse me. Scotland.
Right.
Wednesday's incident near Abington, Scotland began when farmer Tom Hamilton left Don the dog sitting in his utility vehicle as he did a little inspecting outside. Tom insisted the parking brake was on, but apparently not strongly enough. The vehicle rolled through a fence, down a steep hill, across the motorway, fortunately missing other vehicles. It did hit a security barrier. Onlookers presumed the dog was driving. That inspired an online joke fest. But anyway, Don the dog, don't worry about it. Don the dog was uninjured.
He's okay.
He's okay,
That's
but
good to
he
know.
may not want to drive anymore.
Well, there's this small town called Tisdale in near the center of Saskatchewan, Canada. And if you're driving into it, never been there before, it's got a welcome sign there that'll probably make you turn around and go the other way. Because it says, "Welcome to Tisdale, land of rape and honey."
What?
Rape and honey. Well, see, rape is short for rapeseed, which they grow and harvest and make it into canola oil. But still, most of us have no idea what rape and honey might be, except for the bad term for that. They've been using the slogan for nearly 60 years, or right at 60 years, and somebody just realized, that has another meaning.
Might not be a good idea.
It does.
Might not
but
be.
Get this, though. They recently did a survey of the 3,200 people or so in town that live there, and they want to keep it.
Okay.
They want to keep it.
All right. Okay. Whatever.
Just remember, your tourism is going to be
a little low. Yeah. Well, the Massachusetts Police Department's been receiving some curious calls from people with Australian accents.
Really?
Yeah, not New Englanders' accents, but Australian. Here's what's going on. Police dispatchers in Northbridge, Massachusetts, say they recently received numerous calls on their business line from people in an Australian community that happens to have the same name.
Crikey!
Northbridge, Massachusetts is 35 miles southwest of Boston. Northbridge, Australia is all the way around the world and is a suburb of Perth, Australia. One disgruntled Australian said the call would cost a fortune and hung up.
What?
Australian callers have also called Massachusetts about a fight and to report a missing person.
Oh. World's getting smaller every day, isn't it? And finally today, just because you love an animal doesn't necessarily mean they're going to love you back.
Right.
18-year-old Austin Hatfield of Wimauma, Florida. I've never even heard of that one. Wimauma, Florida. Captured a 4-foot cottonmouth snake last week and decided to keep him as a pet.
A pet?
A pet.
Ugh.
Also known as water moccasins.
Yes.
They're very, very mean
They're
snakes.
nasty mean snakes.
Mean. They will chase you down, mean snakes. He has been keeping it in a pillowcase in his girlfriend's house, and you know how they love that.
Oh, yeah.
A few days ago, he was cuddling with his new pet and decided to give it a kiss on the mouth. And,
Really?
Yeah, it bit him.
Well, sure.
Cottonmouths, being venomous and all, are extremely deadly, so Austin was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. Fortunately, he's pulling through, and he's been upgraded to good condition now. But to add insult to injury, in the state of Florida, you have to have a permit to catch and keep cottonmouth. So Austin is now being investigated and could be facing charges. People.
Just don't.
People.
How stupid can you be?
I don't think you were here yesterday or day before. There's apparently a new virus that's been discovered that does make people stupider.
Stupider?
And I think Florida is riddled with it.
Yes.
I could be wrong. I don't know. It's 8:49. There's your oddities. George Strait's on the way. Hang on.
Rise and shine. You're waking up with Jim and Lisa. Kicker 102.5.